Wir sollten die Sonne verklagen.
O Brasil deixará de estar a pedir qu'il se félicitait.
But I loved it, and Peppa Pig World is very much my kind of place.
Together, we will make America great again.
Не заинтересована в мирном решении. Напротив, пытается вновь организовать на Донбассе блицкриг, как это уже было в 2014 и 2015 годах.
Und mit einer atemberaubenden Arroganz werfen sie denen, die die Heimat bewahren wollen, vor, wir seien Rassisten. Ja?
What do all those three people have in common? I mean, besides the fact that they're all politicians, all three are known in politics for their talent in lying. In a Twitter post from the year 2021, Trump writes,
"The number of cases and deaths of the China virus is far exaggerated in the United States because of its CDC-Gov's ridiculous method of determination compared to other countries, many of whom report purposely, very inaccurately and low. When in doubt, call it COVID. Fake news."
Trump tries to minimize the number of deaths from COVID-19 in the United States to point about 350,000. But he's simply wrong to say that the United States inflates the number of deaths compared to other countries. Many are counting deaths in the same way. Italy counts any death of a patient who has COVID-19 as a death caused by COVID-19. So does Germany and Hong Kong. In the US, doctors have more discretion. They're asked to record whenever a patient died as a result of this illness, when reporting COVID-19 deaths to the Center of Disease Control and Prevention. It could be easy to see how a physician might believe a COVID-19 patient who died of, say, a heart attack or brain aneurysm didn't die as a result of COVID-19, and so wouldn't report accordingly. But at present, in the US, any death of a COVID-19 patient, no matter what a physician believes to the direct cause, is counted for public reporting as a COVID-19 death. There's a whole website, the Washington Post, with all of Trump lies on it. In total, therefore, there are approximately 30,573 lives, and that in a term of 1,460 days. That is approximately 21 lives a day.
Our next example is Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia. In a live speech, Putin said,
"The goal of Russian special operations is to protect the people who have been mistreated and murdered by the Kiev regime for 8 years. To this end, we will try to demilitarize and denazify Ukraine and bring to justice those who numerous committed bloody crimes against the civilian population, including Russian citizens."
Quote from Putin is wrong, because it's not true that the Kiev regime abused and murdered Russian citizens for 8 years. Also, the aspect of denazifization is not true, since the president of Ukraine is a Jew himself, which doesn't make any sense. The AfD, a German Socialist Party, for example, bought the following line.
Die Klimaschutzpolitik beruht auf hypothetischen Klimamodellen basierend auf computergestützten Simulationen des IPCC. Hierzu beruft man sich auf Computermodelle, deren Aussage durch Messungen oder Beobachtungen nicht bestätigt werden.
Research teams worldwide have independently developed computerized models. How accurately models replicate the climate can be checked very easily, just by looking back. Model results and observations are highly insistent. Many lies are told in the politic, but let's stick to our three examples: Trump, Putin, and the AfD. An example that shows the effects of politicians' lies is the stallman of the parliament in 2021. People make wrong decisions because of the wrong statements of politicians and do stupid things. Did you know that Trump and Putin often work together, and Putin is also one of our examples? But also in Germany we have an example of politicians who lie, the AfD. One topic had their lives most often in the present time, Corona. The incident many people and disseminated fake news on so-called Corona demonstrations. The consequences that lies of politicians often entail are, for example, the loss of criticism, trust in politics, and also the disinterest in politics. It leads to wrong action and thinking of criticism and autocratic claims for power, and it also blocks the future of the subsentient.
Our idea of implementing this basic law is the following. We think of a small group of natural people who are changed at regular intervals. For example, if someone wants to give a speech, it must be checked beforehand. Whenever it contains one or more lies, every thesis or statement made must be documented with facts or sources and with a sense scientifically and morally. If a speech contains a lie, it may not be presented. If a politician decides to write a new speech, then it must also be examined beforehand. If a speech by a politician increasingly contained lies, a fine is demanded. Since politicians and parties can also spread lies online posts must always be documented with sources that can withstand scientifically and morally. There is also a fine for repeated violence. If no sources are included, an algorithm deletes them directly.
Overall, we believe that the basic law leads to easier formulation of the unfiltered opinion of an individual, greater trust in politics, less lateral thinking or less dissemination of fake news, and much more.
This was our contribution to the competition participation. We hope you enjoyed it and you like our idea. Bye!